So obviously, anybody that's been following my channel realizes that I've been uploading a lot of music lately. Uh, I have a lot of music written that I've collected over the years, and I don't know if it's like a midlife crisis thing or what's going on, but essentially my goal is to get it done and out there. I have oh, I have enough music to do one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine or 10 albums, give or take. Very There's a underlying style that will always permeate my guitar playing, but they're different enough that it's kind of like a Devin Townsend thing. Each thing's kind of different. Some stuff's like straight up 80s thrash, some stuff's kind of more modern-y, some's got like a little bit of a death metal tinge to it. Some of it's more groove, but essentially, I just want to get these songs done and out there. Call it a legacy, if you will, or whatnot. I don't know. But I want to get them done. I want to get them out there, and I want to start working with vocalists. I want to get vocals on these songs, 'cause I can't sing at all. I can admit that. And I do have some people in mind, but I want to get the songs done and get them to be able to at least hear them done. And then go from there. Hopefully everything pans out the way I hope it does, and things work out. Ultimately, my goal would be to release these in a way that probably through like DistroKid, to get them on different platforms, and that way get people paid the right way, whether it be for performance or whatnot. Obviously, I'm not so diehard in my songwriting that if I collaborate with a singer, I'm not going to tell them what to sing. They can write their own lyrics. So the benefit of DistroKid is I'd be able to put myself and whoever writes the lyrics in as the songwriters, and myself and whoever sings as the performers, and DistroKid basically takes care of the rest as far as splitting any money that gets accrued or made through plays and stuff like that. So that's the fairest thing that I can think of to approach that. Obviously, anybody that gets involved, you're probably not going to be raking in millions or probably even thousands. But who knows? You never know. Stranger things have happened. I'm considering maybe working with some guitar players because I am not a good soloist. So I've been considering working with some people to throw down some solos, and again, once it comes time to get this stuff out there, they would be put in as a performer and get something out of it. Maybe I should probably be a little bit more serious about this. Maybe I'm being too goofy on trying to be realistic about my expectations for how this would turn out as far as plays go, but I don't take myself too seriously. At least I try not to, because if you can't laugh at yourself, then whatever. But essentially, that's why I've been putting the music out there. I'm trying to get a feel for what's working and what's not working. As far as mixes, what's working, what's not working. So far, everything's been pretty positive. Not like guitar review video number of views, but decent enough to get a feel for what the general consensus seems to be. I'm getting better at editing myself, which is one of the downsides to working alone for so many years. Is sometimes you get a little navel-gazy and parts go on for a little longer than they should. But so far, it seems like the mixes are kind of hitting home and sounding good. There's a couple things I need to go back and fix. Like there's a song where like the hi-hat just sounds like ass, and I gotta fix that. But I want these to sound good. I want them to be good, strong songs. Trim the fat, if you will. So like any of you guys that have been listening, or anybody that's new listening, don't be afraid to be like, I don't know if you need that part in there, dude. But I'm completely open to constructive criticism. I'm obviously just saying like that sucks doesn't help, because what does the whole thing suck? What in general sucks about it? But that's why I've been doing like the mix in progress, writing in progress, and stuff like that, just to see what, like I said, what's landing and what's not. Plus, it kind of keeps me. The guitar videos are time consuming. I work not a huge amount of hours, but I work about 48 to 55 hours a week. I have other obligations, so the guitar videos are time consuming. The music stuff is a good way to kind of keep the channel relevant in the algorithm, keep it, still being seen and things like that, showing that it's not dead. So it kind of helps balance things out a little bit, and things like that. So, go from there. But again, like I said, part of this whole process is, just getting a feel for things. So, don't be afraid to be like, yeah, I don't know about that guitar part, or maybe you could have tightened that up a little bit, or those rhythm tracks are a little maybe too far off. Maybe you should rein it in a bit, because when you listen to something 100 times, well, not necessarily 100 times, but when you listen to something all day long, whether you want to admit it or not, you reach a point where you're like, well, it sounds good enough. And maybe what sounds good enough after you're kind of fatigued from it isn't necessarily good enough. So, we'll see. I've contemplated maybe I've had a SoundCloud for a while. I've thought about putting stuff up on there. I don't know what the general consensus is for that. If that would be something maybe to cut down on some of the uploads here, I don't know. But I feel like that would be a whole different audience than what I'm building here. Plus, a lot of the stuff I also use to showcase the guitars that are in the videos that I do guitar videos on. So there is some symbiosis between the two types of videos. But I don't want to ramble on this too long. This is just, what my plans are for the music, and working up the balls to reach out to some people on this platform that I respect and have an admiration of their skill set and their talents for, and going from there. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully things start trickling out. I do have one that I do plan on just being like an instrumental type of EP thing that I hope to get out by the summer. I need to write maybe 4 more songs for it. We'll see. And we'll go from there. But anyways, as always, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch, and taking the time to comment and all that stuff. The stuff that you guys have thrown down in the comment sections helps. And I'm taking everything that I can and trying to work towards making things better for the channel, so it all gets heard. But again, like always, thanks for taking the time to watch, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, have a good one.